really understand what I mean when I say I'm a Gnostic more than a Christian, although I'm still a believer in Christ, but I'm not going to get into the whole Gnostic theology. But I will point to examples in the Bible, all prevalent, both in Old and New Testament. We'll start off in Genesis. Okay, so first hold on. If God is the loving, truly merciful, ever-knowing, and blah blah God that he claims to be and that we all think he is to be, which he's not, then why does he cause so much war in his name? Okay, Genesis, for those who believe that the fall was a good thing, I will sharpen the pain of your pregnancy, and the pain will give you, and in pain you will give birth. And you will desire to control your husband, and he will rule over you. The ground is cursed because of you. I believe talking to the woman, or Eve. All your life, you will struggle to scratch a living from it, and by the sweat of your brow will you have food to eat until you return to the ground from which you were made, for you were made from the dust, and dust you will return. Pretty poetic there. And then it talks about destroying the earth and stuff, and God complaining about how everybody's evil. But if you're the God of creation and everything, then why is everybody evil? If if you're pure goodness, why is your main divine creation full of sin, deceit, and I guess you can say. Anyways, one thing with the Garden of Eden, Genesis. A lot of it's like allegorical, metaphoric, meaning like the fruit is metaphor for knowledge. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. It was in Genesis 2. Oh, I don't think I have. Okay. So this is kind of the weird thing. God said, "The day you eat from that fruit, or don't eat from it," paraphrasing, in that day you will surely die. And then the serpent says, "Eat from the fruit, and you will become like God, knowing good from evil." That's a true statement, because, well, knowing both good and evil is like God, because he knows good from evil, allegedly. And then God would be considered the liar in that statement, because in that day you shall surely die. Well, Adam lived to be almost 1,000 years old, so he didn't die in that day. Obviously, you could spin it to whatever, but wow, it's already been 3 minutes. Okay, we'll move on here. This is the chapter that really just blew everything open, number 31. And I dare any missionary or anybody that seeks truth to read it for what it is, and tell me that I'm crazy for saying this is ridiculous. Alright. Gosh, my camera. Anyways, this is talking about avenging his people, the Midianites. It says, "So Moses spoke to the people, saying, Arm men and among you for war, that they may go against Midian to execute the Lord's vengeance." That's funny, because I think Jesus said, "Don't fight evil with evil," or "Don't pay an evil with evil, and forgive thy enemy, or love thy enemy." It's totally opposite. So whoever says Jesus is from the God of this God just doesn't know what we're talking about. And I was once the same, so I'm not trying to be like, "Oh, you're wrong, and here's why." Well, I am, but anyways. And here we go. And the people of Israel took captive the women of Midian and their little ones, the babies, basically. And they took as plunder all the cattle, flocks. So they took all their food, took all their kids, took all their women. I'm looking at my screen. They took as plunder and all their goods, all their cities in the places where they lived. They just took everything, like Jews do. They burned with fire, and they took the spoils and all the plunder, both man and beast, so slaves and women and virgins. They brought the captives and the plunder, the spoils of Moses. Like, hey, Moses, here's all the crap we took and killed, and, I don't know how to say his name, and congregation of the people of Israel at the camp. Here we go. And Moses was angry with the officers of the army and the commanders of thousands and commanders of hundreds who had come from services in war. Moses said to him, "Have you let all the women live?" Like, how, God, how dare you let all the women live, which are purely innocent? I guess the only crime is being married to a different race of people. Alright, sorry. Here we go. Let all the women live. Behold, now therefore kill every male among the little ones. Kill every woman that has known a man by laying with them. But, here we go. But all the young girls, so girls, 12 or younger probably, have not known a man by lying with them. Keep alive for yourself. Oh yeah, kill. Like, think about it. Think of lines of thousands of men and women, which I'm sure a vast majority of them are purely innocent, except being born in the wrong race, just getting killed, just murdered. Just, how would you do it? If God asked you to kill and murder these people, how would you do it? I wouldn't. I would say, you. Anyways, and then keep all the little girls to yourself and divide it amongst the army? Are you kidding me? That's not only condoning rape, it's almost commanding it. Okay, sorry. The Lord, take count of the plunder. So, both man and beast and the priests, and levy for the Lord a tribute from the men of war. So, hey, thanks for fighting. Here's your reward, your plunder. You don't fight wars for plunder. You do it for, well, you shouldn't fight a war at all unless it's self-defense. But that's what Jesus would have taught. God. Anyways. It just goes on with this stuff. And it's all throughout this book that we hold to such high regard for whatever reason. And you're deceiving yourself to think it's divine and holy. No, it's not. It's satanic. Well, I don't want to say satanic. Let's just say it's not what it appears to be. And I can prove that with the words of Jesus, which I'm not going to do. It's already almost 8 minutes long, but anyways, that's my 2 cents. Even though I was supposed to do like multiple points and stuff, but you have to read for yourself. I gotta clean my camera. Anyways, don't believe everything you read in the Bible, and if you do, see to it that you are not deceived. Deception runs very deep. Very deep. Most can't even see it or even anticipate it. But you learn to read between the lines, things start coming together. Anyways, if you're able to prove me wrong, in which it says, if you're able to justify killing of women and children, and then, keeping the virgins to be raped among the army, if you can justify that to me, then, okay, sorry, I will admit that I'm wrong. But if no one can, then maybe I'm right. Think.